Science advances one funeral at a time, because imagination begins where certainty ends. This is a story about a theory so imaginative it seemed impossible.
Imagine a being living in a two-dimensional world. He measured the circumference of a circle he stood upon and calculated its radius with a simple formula. But as he walked toward the center, he found something strange. The distance was longer than his calculation. Why? Because what he saw as a circle was actually part of a sphere, a distortion he could never understand in his two-dimensional existence. And so it is with us. The flat space we perceive might actually be curved. Gravity is not a simple force, as Sir Newton suggested. It is the curvature of space itself. And if this is true, if space itself can bend, then light must also follow this curved path. Just as our two-dimensional being mistook the surface of a sphere for a flat plane, we have been mistaking curved space-time for flat space.
Albert, you spent another night here. The presentation was yesterday.
I didn't expect the reaction to be that harsh.
Preposterous! Pure mathematical speculation.
Where is your evidence? This contradicts everything we know.
Newton's laws have served us perfectly for centuries. Why should we abandon them for your wild theories?
Well, they're afraid of new ideas, Albert. They always have been.
I need proof, Max. Something they can't deny.
Your mathematics predicted Mercury's orbit perfectly. That's something.
They say it's merely a coincidence, but we have something more definitive.
The eclipse observations?
Yes. As I've been saying since 1911, we should be able to see the starlight bend near the sun. The calculations are more precise now.
But how can such observations be possible during this war?
The opportunity will come, eventually.
And word of this theory reached my ears. It was truly an insane theory, one that could rewrite history. The more I studied it, the more I knew it couldn't be dismissed without proper investigation. That's when I decided to prove it myself.
I've been waiting for you, Eddington. Take a sit. As you know, we're still at war. Proving a German scientist's theory in these circumstances won't be easy. The public sentiment, the scientific community, even the funding, everything is against us.
Science knows no borders, sir. If this theory is true, it will change our understanding of the universe forever.
Are you absolutely certain you want to pursue this? Your reputation is at stake here.
As a Quaker, I cannot fight in this war, but I can fight for truth. This is my way of serving humanity.
Your determination, it reminds me of why I became a scientist in the first place. If we're going to do this, we'll need absolute certainty, no room for doubt.
I believe we can prove it, sir, with two separate teams, one in Principe Island, one in Sobral. We could eliminate any possibility of error.
When I was your age, I too believed science could change the world. Now, seeing your conviction, perhaps it still can. Very well, Eddington. Make us proud.
From that day forward, we began our preparations. Every calculation, every detail had to be perfect. After years of preparation, the time had finally come. I set out for Principe, while Cromellan's team headed to Sobral, Brazil. Two teams, separated by an ocean, but united by a single purpose. The journey was long, and the world was still healing from the wounds of war. But perhaps that made our mission even more meaningful. While nations had been divided by conflict, we were about to prove that the laws of the universe transcend all borders. And then, the moment of truth had arrived.
Are we looking for the stars of the Hyades cluster?
We are. We know their positions, and if Einstein is right, they'll appear slightly shifted from where they should be.
The gravity of the sun bending the light? It's extraordinary to think that gravity could affect something like light.
Indeed, and we might be the first to prove it. Okay, it's time. When we first analyzed our measurements, we could hardly believe it. The light from distant stars had bent around the sun, just as Einstein predicted. Cross-referencing with the measurements from Sobral, studying the data for months, everything aligned perfectly with his theory. He was right.
What was going through your mind during that eclipse?
In that moment, we weren't just observing an eclipse. We were witnessing the universe revealing one of its greatest secrets.
Looking back now, did you ever doubt the theory?
Science isn't about belief, it's about evidence. We simply provided the proof for what became one of history's greatest theories.